everyone, this is ESND News. It is February 27th, 2014, and we are here at the Circuit Court building located on Washington Street in Cumberland, Maryland today, reporting on an anti-fracking rally where activists and concerned citizens alike will be standing up to stop Cove Point and fracking in our local regions.
Just make sure you don't block the front of the thing.
The entrance?
That's all I ask of you, okay?
Okay, and so I mean, like, we're good right here, right?
Yeah, just as long as everybody gets through, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that at all.
And you're the sheriff, right?
I'm the sheriff. I'll be inside, so if you need something, feel free to get a hold of me or whatever, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks now.
We're here with...
I'm the Reverend Dr. Terence Ellen.
And Terence, what brings you out here today?
Well, I'm here because the huge Dominion liquid natural gas processing facility that they're proposing to build down at Cove Point has all kinds of environmental issues that it raises, and we're here to ask that the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and also our State Public Service Commission, both of whom are charged with upholding the public good, that they actually do that by doing a full environmental study of that facility, because that's the only way we're going to answer questions like what is the effect of these huge tankers on the Chesapeake Bay dumping out their bilge water? What is the effect of all the noise and air pollution, gas pollution that's going to be coming out of that plant, let alone the possibilities of explosion at one just happened here, one of their new plants, Dominion's new plants in West Virginia. So we're asking the FERC, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, our own Public Service Commission, also Governor O'Malley, and our elected officials here in Maryland, congressional representatives and senators, to demand that this huge $3.8 billion facility have a full environmental impact study done on it. And beyond just that particular area, you then have all the pipelines that are going to be going to it, like the one from Western Maryland going down there, and the obviously encouragement of fracking, not only in Pennsylvania and West Virginia as currently, but also putting extra pressure on Maryland for fracking. And anybody that has been paying attention to what's been going on up in Pennsylvania and fracking knows that there are all kinds of public health issues. There are all kinds of air and water and the carcinogenic materials that are flushed down into those things to help with the fracking, plus loss of property values. There are all kinds of issues up there. And if anybody has seen an aerial view of a fracked area, they know that it is destroying the whole landscape of Western Pennsylvania. Their tourism industry is going to be in trouble, and these huge trucks going up and down these little county roads, these little rural roads, is just for the inhabitants is a real burden. So we're here. Dominion has lots of money. They've been buying full-page ads in the Baltimore Sun and everywhere else. We don't have that. All we have is our integrity, our consciences, our knowledge of what this means, and our risking arrest to stand up and make a case for the other side. And the last thing I'll just say is this, is that, the Energy Department did a study on the effects, the economic effects of shipping natural gas out of the U.S. And what they found is that every sector of the American economy, every single sector, either goes down or at best stays even, except for one, which is the gas company profits. That goes up. So in terms of the threat to the citizens of Maryland, and the threat to our bay, the threat to our land, this is why we are standing up here saying we have to consider this very carefully before we go ahead with that.
What is your mission here today, Terry?
My mission here today is to, by risking arrest, to call attention, to ask people to look at this more carefully than they are. That's all we can do. That's the proud history of civil disobedience, peaceful civil disobedience in this country, is you take on some pain in order to make a statement that this is really serious.
Okay. All right, Terry. Well, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for everything you're doing.
Thanks a lot.
We are here with...
Desiree Bullard.
And what brings you out here today, Desiree?
I am here to engage in civil disobedience to oppose the Cove Point LNG export facility.
And what is your mission here today?
We really want to reach out to our state leaders, particularly the governor, for him to demand that a full environmental impact statement is conducted for the Cove Point Dominion facility in order to fully address all of the climate change related impacts that could result if the project moves forward.
Why are you doing this? Why is this important to you?
It's important to me because I want there to be a future for kids that I might have, my sister might have children, future generations in general. It's not fair for us to be irresponsible now and leave them with a world that is on the way to destruction. We need to leave them with a world that is on the way to recovery as opposed to one that is devastated beyond repair. And Cove Point, if the facility moves forward, it's just another piece of a fossil fuel model that has drastically failed us. We clearly see that it is destroying our atmosphere and catapulting us toward a tragic end, and it needs to stop. We need to move it another direction.
Okay, Desiree, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
We are here with Gabriel, and what brings you out here today, Gabriel?
Well, we're here to speak out against Cove Point and out against fracking in Western Maryland.
And are there any websites that you feel would be helpful to anybody that wants to get involved?
Chesapeake Climate Action Network would be a good one. Also, Citizen Shale is an organization out here in Western Maryland that's doing a lot of work with anti-fracking.
And what is your mission here today?
Well, basically, in a lot of the fracking fight in Western Maryland, one of the main rally cries is trying to say to Eastern Maryland that we're not just out here, we're not just, way out here, it's not just our problem. And what's interesting about the Cove Point liquefied natural gas export facility is that it's kind of the tables are turned now. It's it seems like that's just over in Eastern Maryland. That's out there, and but these things are connected. If we don't want fracking to come to Western Maryland, we have to stop the Cove Point plant, and that's what we're doing here today. We're here to speak out against Cove Point.
All right, Gabriel, I thank you for your time and thank you for everything you're doing here today.
Sure. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We are here with
Ben Brown.
And Ben, what brings you out here today?
I'm in complete opposition to the Cove Point facility and the pressure it would place on Western Maryland and the Mid-Atlantic at large to frack for natural gas. We're going to stand here at the courthouse today in an action of civil disobedience. It's been a long democratic tradition, and we're trying to get our point across to our elected officials and community leaders at large that Marylanders are against Cove Point and fracking.
Would you have any words of wisdom for any individuals out there who may have the viewpoint of what I say or do doesn't matter, or my actions or my voice can't make a difference?
I'd say it's easy in this situation to be very pessimistic about things, but you've got to hold out hope and optimism, and every individual makes a big difference. Dr. Seuss said, unless somebody cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to change. It's not. And that's true. We're all Marylanders, and we need to come together on this. It's not just a Southern Maryland issue. This is a Western Maryland issue. This is a Central Maryland issue. This is an Eastern Shore issue. This is a regional issue. This is a global issue, and we need to come together, and we easily can. We're up against a large corporation with a lot of money and a pretty big industry, but we've got people who are very opposed to this and can bring all their passions together and frankly stop it where it is.
If you had a question for any elected official, who and what would it be?
I'd like to ask Governor O'Malley what Cove Point would do for the 2012 greenhouse gas plan legislation and our genuine progress indicator. I can't really see it benefiting that whatsoever. Obviously economically it would, but when it comes to social and environmental consequences, it would definitely dip our GPI. I'd also like to ask FERC for a full environmental impact statement. They've said that an environmental assessment would be sufficient, and they're not sure that an EIS is even necessary because they don't know if they can quantify some of the future effects of Cove Point, but CCAN and other groups like that have been able to do that. They're non-profit, small public or private groups. I don't see why FERC and the federal government couldn't do that as well.
Okay, Ben, thank you very much for your time and everything that you're doing out here.
Sure thing. Thank you.
My name's Jody Bolter, and I am so proud to be a part of this movement today. destroying our water. Water is essential for life on this planet. And if we do the hydrofracking, no matter what they tell you, the water supply is going to be gone. This isn't about us. This is about our children and our grandchildren. And we need everybody's support. Thank you.
Stop Cove Point! 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 Stop Cove Point!
I'm here today as a citizen of this state, and as a minister deeply concerned about this creation we have been given. It is inconceivable to me that gas lines and compression stations and fracking drilling sites would be slated to go through this whole region to support the proposed Cove Point liquid gas exporting facility. It is inconceivable to me that the huge proposed $3.8 billion Cove Point facility would not receive a full environmental impact statement before construction could be permitted. I call on Governor Martin O'Malley and Maryland's members of Congress to demand such a full impact statement in order to protect the health and welfare of the Marylanders, of our bay, of the land, and of the air. This proposed Cove Point expansion would take us in exactly the wrong direction. Our state has worked to upgrade its renewable energy portfolio, approve offshore wind development, and enact other laws to make it one of the most progressive energy states in the nation. But now Dominion Power proposes a facility at Cove Point which will, when emissions from extraction and burning are counted, trigger more greenhouse gases than all of Maryland's coal-fired power plants combined. A full review is needed to consider noise and air pollution, the effects on the bay of huge tankers dumping their bilge water and other associated contaminants in the bay. What are the dangers of explosions to the families nearby, such as just happened at a new Dominion power plant in West Virginia recently? And beyond the vicinity of Cove Point, this facility and the concomitant pipelines through western Maryland will further encourage the extreme extraction process of fracking in nearby states and pressure Maryland to do so as well. Fracking has led to major public health concerns, fouled and dangerous air and water, loss of housing values, and loss of former rural peace, beauty, and tourism. Further, the Department of Energy has released a report which shows exporting natural gas is bad for every single sector of our economy except the profits of the gas companies. Surely our Maryland gas rates will go up as the gas is shipped overseas. Only Dominion stands to gain from this long term. This Cove Point facility and its attendant fracking and gas lines is a horrible way to go. Scientists confirm that we can only burn a quarter to a third of the fossil fuel reserves already discovered, or we will go past the 2 degrees Celsius warming barrier that all the nations of the earth together have declared the upper limit for preserving the climate, anything like the one in which civilization is developed. It has been repeatedly shown that we already have the existing conservation, efficiency, and sustainable energy resources we need to power our lives and not destroy the planet.
My name is Desiree Bullard. I am a resident of Cumberland, Maryland, and a graduate student at Crossroads State University. My identity is rooted in my love for the natural world and belief that society should exist to protect it. We cannot live without a clean environment in which to grow our food, collect our water, and provide the green spaces we require for optimum health. That is why I am willing to participate in Disobedience to publicly oppose the proposed Cove Point LNG export facility. Our state leaders must demand an environmental impact statement be conducted to assess the full impacts of the export facility. It is inconceivable that an EIS is not currently underway. An export facility at Cove Point would simply be another addition to a model that has drastically failed us. Fossil fuels are destroying our atmosphere and catapulting life as we know it toward a tragic end. The time to act is now. It is our responsibility to ensure future citizens live in a world of massive recovery, not one devastated beyond repair. They don't deserve to live with the consequences of our irresponsibility. In my act of civil disobedience, I stand with those who have come before me. Everyone from those arrested protesting and blocking Keystone XL to the indigenous peoples all over the world fighting to protect their homes. We are all in this together, and I thank you for paving the way.
My name is Ben Brown, and I am a Cumberland resident and student at Frostburg State University. I'm sitting here today in opposition of the ridiculous Cove Point LNG proposal and the pressure it placed on my home counties and the Mid-Atlantic at large to frack for natural gas. I cannot remain idle as the places and things I love are exploited. I will place myself in opposition to anything that threatens fishing with my father, hiking with my friends, and the serenity of morning's first breath in the splendor of these mountains. Simply because an activity lends itself to financial gain and job creation does not make it morally permissible. There are countless pursuits in which money can be made, but only in the production of foul, ethical, and environmental consequences, including the Cove Point LNG. I stand and demand change with those things, human and otherwise, which are the economic externalities and sacrifices of industrialized energy extraction and its implications for global climate change. If we don't care about this issue, those with deeper pockets and unsympathetic agendas will. I ask you, my friends and family, bring your passions to the table so we can stop this injustice. We must demand a full environmental impact statement from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission for the proposed Cove Point facility, because it will affect Western Maryland, the Mid-Atlantic region, and the world. We must demand a continued moratorium on hydraulic fracturing in Maryland until its consequences are fully understood. I potentially give up my temporary freedom in the hopes that all leaders of our communities, including the local mayors, the county commissioners of Allegheny and Garrett County, and especially Martin O'Malley, stand up and protect us from this.
Guys, you can't take a camera in here.
This is not a public facility?
You can't get through the thing there, the metal detector. We don't allow them through the thing.
Okay, can I stand in front of the metal detector? Okay. All right, thank you, Sheriff, for supporting anti-fracking today. Like I said, if anybody says anything to you, just say you're waiting for that car to move so you can go. It's a one-way.
The lady, come back here. We gotta separate. So where are we going? Of course.
Oh shit! They can't pull us over for this.
Why are we
Keep
getting
rolling?
pulled
Yeah,
over?
keep rolling. Record no matter what.
Maybe you didn't use a turning signal?
I don't know. Yes, sir. What's the problem?
Driver's license and a registration card, please.
Not a problem. What's the issue today, sir?
Excuse me?
I said not a problem. What's the issue today, sir?
The issue is your vehicle was stopped in the travel portion of Prospect Square.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We were waiting.
Was open.
We were waiting.
Travel portion of the roadway.
Oh no, sir. I'm sorry about
you
that.
have a registration card, please?
Yes, I do. And no, we were just waiting for the paddy wagon to move so that we could move. It was a one-way, but thank you for checking on us. There's that.
That's your insurance. I asked for registration card.
I understand, sir. I'm trying to find that for you. You know, I might not have it, so.
You don't have your registration card?
I probably have it in here somewhere, but you'll just have to give me a quick second, sir.
have other matters to deal with.
Well,
do you have your registration or do you not have your registration?
I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere in here. I just have to find it. I understand I have other things that I have to be doing too also. Let's see here.
There we go. Well, at least they got it on camera.
There's your insurance card. I don't need that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I'll be right back with you.
Not a problem. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, well, we just got pulled over for falsified reasons. We were told that we were parked in the middle of traffic on Prospect Square when clearly the paddy wagon was blocking the road. It's a one-way road. There's nothing really we could have done.
I have dealing with other issues real quick. I'll get right back out for you, okay?
Okay, not a problem, sir. Play ahead. Thing. What? Yes, this is Dave with ESND News. I just want you to be aware that I am recording this message, well, this call. I was just pulled over by a Allegheny Sheriff's Office officer, and he told me to wait where I was. He had some other things he had to deal with, and that he would be right back, and he drove away with my license. I was just wondering how long I should sit around without my license. Or when he was planning on returning.
Okay, yeah. Are you on Liberty Street?
Yes, I am on Liberty Street at the District Court building.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'll check with the officer, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to place you on hold there.
Yes.
Okay, he should be pulling up to you in about 30 seconds, he said.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Rick?
Yes, sir.
There's your driver's license.
Okay.
The reason I stopped you, like I told you, your car was parked in the travel portion.
Okay.
You were not in it, left the door open.
Okay.
First citation, $60 fine. The instructions are on the back if you choose to
take it to court.
Take it to court.
Yes,
District Court, which is this building right here.
Yes, I'll definitely see you there.
Okay. Second citation is for failing to display registration card on demand. You advised me you didn't have your registration card. $50.
Yep.
Same thing. Need you to sign both copies.
Okay.
Sign it doesn't mean you're guilty of anything.
Yes.
Just means you received a copy of it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes. And what is your name and badge number?
It's on there. Lieutenant Morgan.
Okay.
0505. It's on both copies.
Okay. And what is your PIO or your public information officer's contact information?
We don't have a public. The elected sheriff is who you saw earlier.
Okay. And who is that?
Sheriff Craig Robertson.
Sheriff Craig Robertson. And what is the best number to get in contact with him?
The sheriff's office is 301-777-5959.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to thank you for supporting Anti-Fracking today and everything, the great work that you guys are doing. See this one also?
No, sir. Flip over again. There you go. Bottom of the line of that one right there.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, and like I said again, thank you for supporting Anti-Fracking and all the great work that you're doing out here on the streets.
I guess I'm doing good work. I'm not supporting anything, but doing my job.
Hey, we all have one we have to do, even though we're given orders that sometimes aren't, proper.
That's your copies of the one.
Okay.
The copy. It's a little windy here. Bear with me.
Not a problem, Mr. Morgan. And I'm sure outside of work, you're a very nice person.
And you're in a
you're law-abiding
parking spot. You plan to continue here? Or?
No, I plan on going home and going to work and doing my job.
Have a safe day.
You do the same,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, everybody. So we got a $60 ticket for parking or obstructing traffic, and we also got a $50 ticket for not providing a registration when hastily asked for it, which we do have, but it is what it is. We will take it to court. And with that, I will leave you with a revolutionary quote. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. And that was Malcolm X.